Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, good day, good afternoon. This is Running on Empty Food Review and I'm your host, the Report of the Week. And today's review is a Panda Express review. And I decided I'd film it outside, in the great outdoors, because the saying goes, it's always best to eat Panda Express outside, especially during the midday hour. That's actually, it's an ongoing trend, and being the trendy person that I am, that's what I'm doing. And here we are, we're reviewing a fairly new item from Panda Express. I had to jot this down. This is their 5-flavor shrimp. This is their 5-flavor shrimp. It's, fairly new, and I got a bowl, or a box, I guess, and talk about price later, but it looks very, very small. Anyway, they're 5-flavor shrimp. Let me read this because I jotted down a whole spiel here. Their 5-flavor shrimp consists of large, premium, marinated shrimp, fresh cut red bell peppers, onions, and green string beans tossed in a wok in Chinese-inspired sauce with a balance of sweet, sour, bitter, salty, flavors. So very, very interesting there. And they call it, of course, the 5-flavor shrimp because it, of course, has 5 different primary flavors. So it'll be interesting to try out there. So opening up the box, here it is. Look at that, it's a 5-flavor shrimp. 5 flavors. You ever see something like that before? Because I haven't. Okay, 5-flavor shrimp. You can see there's a little shrimpy there. You see it? See it? And there's some peppers, and you can see the onions mixed in there too. It's thoroughly coated in a sauce. You can see it all there. Hopefully, and hope it's good. Looks pretty appetizing, so I'll just dig in. I got a fork here, and that's really what I got for you. So in the meantime, we'll change up this eating segment to make it a little bit more interesting for all parties involved, so I'm going to listen to the radio while I eat, alright? So it's the 5-flavor shrimp from Panda Express going in.
Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley lauded Gorsuch's conservative judicial philosophy.
You should be concerned about the preservation of our constitutional order, and most importantly, the separation of powers. We have before us today a nominee whose body of professional work is defined by an unfailing commitment to these principles.
Democrats are still fuming that Republicans held the seat vacant by refusing to give former President
Listening to
Barack
The Voice of
Obama's
America.
nominee a hearing. Senator Dianne Feinstein said there is much Gorsuch must speak to in the days ahead.
Our job is to assess how this nominee's decisions will impact the American people and whether he will protect the legal and constitutional rights of all Americans, not just the wealthy and the powerful.
Republicans hold a slim 2-seat Senate majority and would need 8 Democrats to support Gorsuch should a 3/5 vote be required to advance his nomination in the
One more
full
bite.
chamber. Michael Bowman, VOA News, the Capitol.
Well, there's been all kinds of actors, different kinds of people acting in movies, but this might be a first. It now seems that robots are becoming commonplace in many areas of society, from manufacturing to medicine to our homes. Now a robot is taken to the stage.
Okay. Well, what does it taste like exactly? 5-flavor shrimp. Better be 5 flavors, right? Well, if someone were to consume this without the prior knowledge that this were 5-flavor shrimp, and you said, you just ate this, how many flavors are there in this? Would they be immediately inclined to respond with 5? That's debatable. Now, it's good. It is enjoyable. I think it's good. The shrimp itself is very tender, as it should be. It does not have any sort of real fishy taste, meaning the quality of the shrimp is a bit, it's a standard, maybe a little bit above average quality. So good quality shrimp at least. Very tender. It's not chewy at all, which is very good. So the quality of the shrimp itself, which is really supposed to be the star of this dish, is good. Good quality for the shrimp. Now, when it comes to everything else, how the onions, how the peppers, how the green beans, and how the sauces, too, all blend together. Is it a harmonious mixture of 5 flavors? Not quite. The primary flavor here is the sauce, I would say. And that's coating everything. Okay, it's not just on the shrimp, mind you, but this sauce ends up being on the peppers, on the onions, and even on the little string beans. So, when you look at it that way, the sauce itself is good. It complements everything very nicely as well. The sauce itself is very savory. That's a very good way to describe it. It's a very savory sauce, has a little bit of a sweetness to it as well. But the sauce itself complements everything very nicely. However, one thing that you should note is that the onions, and I can see them with mine own 2 eyes right here. You can see there's some onions quietly resting at the bottom there. The onions, whilst having what appear to be a prominent role, you can't really taste them that much. And onions usually, they're pretty potent. They usually really pack a punch with flavor. You can usually taste them, but this time around I really couldn't taste them that much at all. So that needs to be taken into account, that if you're a real onion lover, like to wake up, just chop an onion in 2 and take a nice sniff of it when you wake up every day, you'll be a little disappointed when it comes to this. So that needs to be taken into consideration there. Otherwise, though, the peppers and the green beans, again, they're all very fresh, which is good. They're not overly chewy, and overall, it's just a very nice dish. Very rich, very flavorful, and even though you may not be able to pinpoint the 5 flavors right off the bat, I think it's a good little meal, no matter what. So it's good, right? How much is this little thing worth? $5. That's the price for this, and it's Panda Express. We know how the prices are there. It can be a little pricey, but to charge $5 for such a tiny little box here, it's a little disappointing in terms of that, because it's good. I enjoy it, but to have to pay $5 for such a small portion, you don't even get any sides here whatsoever. You're really hungry. You're going to devour this thing before you know it, and then you're going to be wondering what the heck happened and where the rest is that you paid for, and this is it. So price-wise, it is a little bit overpriced, and keep that in mind. But overall, the quality at least is good, and it's enjoyable too, and that's the most important thing at least. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, out of 10, what am I going to be rating this product, the 5 flavor shrimp from the Panda Express? Well, ladies and gentlemen, out of 10, I'm going to have to give these 5 flavor shrimp. Aside from the price, really, they were good, they were flavorful, and it was enjoyable. So, all things considered, even factoring in the price, I'm still going to have to give it, I'm going to give it an 8.6 out of 10. The price is the only thing that really needs improvement, because as they are good quality, and they are a flavorful little meal as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that I have for you. I'm your host, Support of the Week, and today's review was for the 5 flavor shrimp from Panda Express. Thank you all, and take care.